Welcome back to the channel. This is Kevin. I am your empowerment coach, empowering you to live, to love, and to be. And this series of video is all about one of our favorite shows, Ready to Love. I'm joined again by my wife, Tarsha.
Hey.
And we are going to kind of review and recap episode 4, I think it is. I think episode 4 of Ready to Love.
Episode 3.
Well, it's the third one of them actually doing fourth episode because they did the whole casting special, right?
Yes.
All right, so this episode,
oh boy,
this thing's about hot. This thing's a little.
This one had me already like
seeing the drama pick up on this.
Oh boy, is it picking up?
The drama is picking up in this episode.
I hope you put it on DVR.
Yeah.
Or you have to watch it 1 in the morning on.
So just again, this episode, we start off that 2 women are going to go home. So last episode we saw two men go home. We saw Raymond and David go home.
Yes, that's correct.
I kind of knew Raymond was soon to be gone, and then David wasn't a surprise either. So,
right.
So far, I'm doing pretty good with my predictions.
You're doing okay.
I'm doing good. So we got 2 women going home, and so the power is with the men this time, right?
With the men.
So a couple of things that kind of jumped off immediately that I saw. It looks like Naya and KG, they seem to be on lock.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's so soon. I get he's like feeling her like to the 10th degree.
Yeah.
But you just want to keep up. This is the opportunity where you can date as many women, have most conversations. So I get that he's feeling her, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, why not? Why not just talk to some other women?
Yeah. So I mean, it's interesting to think, because of course they cut out some things, what have you. So it's possible that he's having other conversations. But it seems like they're like locked in on each other. Then we got a little flashback that I was laughing at it because Simone, I guess when they first had that meet and greet, Simone came up to Jay. He was having a conversation with Winter and was like, "Hey, there's a phone call for you in the other room."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Okay," and then she's like, "No, I'm just kidding. I just want to get you alone."
Right.
So it was like, okay, so we see that there is a little cutthroat happening here. That comes into play a little later because Simone got a little cutthroat in her. I don't know.
Yeah, she's using her attorney skills to get what she wants.
Yeah. So I think one of the big things that really happened and kind of set the mood for some things was Adriana, who everybody knows is kind of...
She's the youngest of
the group. She's focused in on Rashid. However, she's also said Califani is her number 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So she comes and she asks, because Califani and Denise are having a little pool match, what have you.
Right.
And so she asks to pull him to the side.
Have a little conversation. Be all up on the couch.
And Califani is good with it.
Of course he is.
Adriana is good with it. I mean, she's booed up on him. Aunt Viv, though.
You call it Aunt Viv.
the OG Aunt Viv. And if y'all remember, y'all saw before, Tommy called her Aunt Viv. And she got the whole OG Aunt Viv vibe going on.
The original Aunt Viv from Fresh Prince. And people
she wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, because she's like, this is her boo. Yeah. Like, she got this great connection with Califani, which is going great. But again, we're only like maybe 2 weeks into being at the resort. So this gives you an opportunity to get to know all the fellas.
Right.
So even though you may have one like, I'm really feeling a good vibe, good connection there, take this time to meet as many guys as possible. Because she said she's feeling Anthony. Yeah. She says she is, but
she makes this statement later on, and she makes a statement something along the lines of, "I'm here, we're here for our king to find us," right? Talking about the men. She's like, we're here for our king to find us, and then she goes right from that statement to saying, "I'm gonna put on my gloves and I'm gonna fight for you."
I'm gonna fight for you. I'm like, whoop.
Okay, let me help y'all out here.
You helping the women out tonight?
Listen. If you're wanting to be found, you don't have to fight for him.
Right.
To find you.
Right.
If he's gonna find you, he's gonna find you.
Find you. That's true.
And in my opinion, it would put me as a guy off.
Okay.
If I'm like, okay, especially in this environment where it's like we're all trying to find love.
Right.
And yeah, we have a connection, and I'm going to still explore the other connections. Right. But if this thing is true, I'm coming back to you, and there's no need for you to fight and put, you know, I made the statement, put the clamps on him like a pit bull. She is just like, no, that's mine. And it's like, okay, but that's not this isn't that environment.
Right, because you're set up to explore. Like, you have the ability to say, I am dating multiple people until I feel like I get the one connection.
Right.
And I feel like she's losing out because for women, we want to automatically like connect. We're connectors. We want to connect with people. And obviously when you're trying to find a relationship and you find like, oh, I'm feeling this person, you want to automatically claim them.
Right.
When in this environment, she's like, you know what? If I'm a confident woman, I'm gonna work what I'm gonna work, and you're gonna be running back to me.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna let you have your time. See as many people you want, but you're gonna come back. But you have to have that confidence.
And I think that's the other thing.
In yourself, like we got a great connection. If you're feeling that, and he's telling you emotionally, I'm getting connected to you.
Right.
Who cares what he looking and he in?
Because I think this is the environment. I'm just thinking, putting myself in the shoes of these guys. This is the environment there where this is kind of where you see whether or not a woman is confident in herself.
Right.
You know, and for me, that would be a thing that it's like, okay, if you're insecure because in this environment, I'm talking to other people that we're all supposed to be trying to connect with and get, you know, figuring it out.
Yeah.
If you're going to be insecure in this environment, how insecure are you going to be in an environment where we are exclusive?
He's a bodybuilder, so obviously people are going to be immediately attracted to him. I mean, he competes, so he's half naked on stage.
Right.
You got to see all of it for them to be a contestant. And if you don't understand that now,
you in for a world of hurt.
Woo, boy.
You in for a world. All right, but then that kind of even leads into then Adriana.
Adriana need to keep her mouth closed.
Adriana overshares.
Okay, I feel like she's trying to get rid of Denise because let me tell you something. And women, y'all can tell me, put it in the comments. Okay, we're all hanging out, right? And some other lady or woman, a girl starts talking about one of the dudes and stuff. And y'all a big group, right? You're a mixed group of men and women. But when your girls get together, the girls sharing about the other dudes. Do you tell what you said in your girl group to your dude friends? Like when y'all get together as a big group? No. What's said in the girl group stays in the girl group.
Yeah.
Adriana was like, oh, let me tell you, what's his name? Rashid, what Denise said about you. Oh, she called you narcissistic. And she was saying this about you, and she was saying this about you. No, girlfriend, you don't spill what another girl says in the group. It stays in the group.
and there is a way to kind of approach it, but yeah, she's overshare.
She should never come to her. She should have went to Denise. Like if she really cared about, oh my God, why would you say this about this person? She should have went to her first.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I was a little hot about that. I was like, how
you was more than a little hot about it.
What are you doing?
You was mad.
Hold up. Why are you telling what she said? Let her tell. Which Denise would tell him how she felt.
Yep.
Didn't need help.
Yep. So, I mean, there's a couple of other couples that we're starting to see take shape.
Yeah, trying to take it.
Alicia and not Alicia. I'm sorry. Alex and Brian. Seem to be making
Brian
a connection.
got a little crush.
Brian he's smitten. They went on their date.
Yes.
Brian's smitten.
He is crushed.
But then Brian went on a date with Alicia.
Now, Alicia approached Brian. She was like, look, I don't got time waiting for you. You're my number one, so let's go out. And Brian was like, you know what? Again, it seems men do really well in this process of being able to really like, I'm enjoying meeting all these women, and I'm gonna take advantage.
I can go around. I can see what's available, and there's not any commitment. There's not anything that because they're not going past the level of we're going out on dates, right?
Right. We're talking.
If they're kissing, it's a peck on the lips.
Right.
It's not exchanging of bodily fluids, right. Especially in the COVID era, right? So it's none of that. It's just hopefully. But it's none of that. So it is an opportunity, to let me see what's available and what I like. Right. Because I have the opportunity, maybe a person that I normally would not be interested in, I can now at least explore
because they're a little bit out of your comfort zone. Yeah, but that's when we're having a hard time having fun.
Yeah. So and then let us know in the comments. First of all, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. But let us know in the comments what you thought of the body language of Brian when he's talking to Alicia.
So Brian and
I'm gonna call him Brent number 2. I think is it Edwin. I think his name is.
His name is Edwin.
Okay, Brent number 2. He Brent part 2.
That is hilarious.
Brent from the previous season. If you don't know,
don't have me getting them confused right now. But Edwin and David are talking. And Brian are talking. And so while they're talking, here comes Alicia. And she's like talking about David in front of Edwin and like, hey, you're my number one.
Talking about Brian.
Talking about Brian's number one, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, here you go, girlfriend. Here you got an opportunity where you got 2 nice looking men. And again, keep yourself open. Why would you say Brian's your number one? Edwin's there. What if you might find something you may not connect with Edwin on that could change,
But again, it's that whole locking in on thing. But again, let us know about that body language because for me it was very telling.
Yeah.
And it kind of plays into kind of like the cliffhanger for the evening. Yeah. Well, one of the cliffhangers.
One of the cliffhangers.
Because, we'll come back to that cliffhanger.
Okay.
But then Winter and Jay had conversations.
Yes, and they seem to be getting along pretty well.
And Jay it seems like he's just kind of like, he's going with the flow. He's like, look, I'm just going to explore and see what's there. At first, it'll look like he was just hooking up, or not hooking up, but he was solely connecting with Joy.
Right. Joy seemed to be like, I would consider Joy his number 1.
Right.
And I think Winter is probably his number 2.
Well, Winter and Simone are the other ones that he has in there, right?
I don't know. I feel like he's feeling Winter a little bit better. Just by what we're seeing, right? That he's complimenting her. Like, that's his version of Holly Berry.
That's his version. Everybody has their version.
Okay.
Everybody got their version.
So I was like, okay. So that's why I'm saying maybe Simone is number 3.
Possibly. But Simone tried to move where she tried to vault herself to number 1.
Simone thought she had the tea. Oh my God. Okay, so let me tell this.
Go ahead and tell it.
So, okay. So Winter's feeling some kind of way about Joy and Jay. And so Jay and Winter were hanging out at the pool, but when Joy showed up,
everybody's at the pool.
But see,
they're connecting. They're talking.
But Joy wasn't there.
Yeah.
So Jay
did the hey.
Like he jumped out of the pool like, whoa, Joy's here now. My boo's here now. And so Winter was like, hold on, all this goodness you done left. I mean, Brumman got out of the pool.
All this Halle Berry.
Right, all this Halle Berry. You done left in the pool to go see Joy, who just got here. So she was feeling like, oh, she makes this statement, right? So we make the statement, I'm not jealous. I'm not worried about nobody else. But then she wants to talk to Jay, talking about, I'm feeling some kind of way. Either you're jealous or you're not jealous. So Jay said, yeah, let's talk. Let's have a conversation. I don't know why the conversation had to leave the pool. And I don't know how far the pool was from Winter's room.
Right.
It seemed like a long walk to me. I'm just saying. It seemed like, I'm like, this scene lasted a long time to get to the room. But when they're going in the room, Simone sees Winter and Jay walk into Winter's room and close the door. And so she like, oh. In the cookie jar. I'm like, first again, he ain't your boo. He didn't say committing to anyone. So they're growing behind people.
Right.
So allow them to take care of the business. But when we find out later, Simone changed her clothes. My understanding.
According to them, it's like for the 5th time that day. For the 5th
time. Girlfriend got wardrobe.
She got outfits.
Hey, you on TV, you gotta look good, right? Hey. So Jay and Joy are hanging out on the couch.
They're talking.
Here comes Simone. Can I sit with y'all? And they were like, yeah, cool. Come on and sit down. And she's like, oh, by the way.
Yeah, because the way she introduced it was like they were talking about A. And then she's like, now that you mentioned it, 1, 2, 3.
Right.
She just completely was like, I'm looking for any way that I can insert this into the conversation.
You're gonna
I'm just gonna bring it in there.
Gonna bring it in there. So by the way, Jay, why were you in Winter's room in front of Joy? So Jay looking like, oh no.
Jay handled it like a champ, and Joy handled it like a champ. Jay was like, okay, because Jay is he low key a good dude. I can just see, because he made this statement because she said something about, I was gonna keep it a secret. I'm good at keeping secrets or something like that. He's like, well, you ain't good at keeping this one.
Right.
And Joy was like, if it is true, it's true.
It's gonna come out.
It's gonna come out. I don't think that's the case. But,
right. But if it's true, it's come out again, because you don't have any evidence other than what someone says.
Right.
And I like how Joy decided to be mature about it, because again, we have to realize this is a process. He can go anywhere he wants. He didn't claim her,
nope.
And they were just talking about being in the moment.
Right.
And when we're together, let's enjoy our moment together.
Right.
And so that's how she kind of segued into revealing what's going on between Winter and Jay. And she's trying to figure out, well, what were y'all doing? Were y'all doing it? I mean, like, she literally came out. So I don't know, in her past, her men cheated on her because they were caught.
There's a lot of healing that needs to take place.
It's a lot, but it's like you automatically accused him of having sex with another woman.
Right.
Pretty much, that's like really.
Right. Especially in that environment, that's not a good
thing. Like, wow, you just shattered my whole reputation.
Not a good look.
It was bad.
And then there was the cliffhanger. So the cliffhanger was, so Brian and Alicia went on the date.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And Brian did, Brian walked her to her room, because they're all at the resort. So
they're all at the same.
Walked her to her room.
Walked to the room.
She was like, hey, I got snacks. You want to watch a movie?
You want to come back? You want to come back?
You want to come back, right?
And watch it. But he was like, you know what? Give me about 20 minutes or so. I'll come back, And so as he's walking out Alicia's room and...
Walking down the hall.
Right. Long. Right. He's like, you know what? Alicia cool. And But I really feel like me and Alex got something. So when a man wants to reassure his feelings, he always...
He's going to investigate it.
He's going to go back to what that feeling was to make sure he still has that same feeling when he sees her. So that's why he had to go see Alex. Because he's like, well, when Alicia, I'm glad she's excited about me, right? Because when someone's interested in you, you're like, wow, man, this is what you think about me, cool. But then he's like, man, I really want to feel that feeling again.
Yeah.
So he stops by.
Yes, and doors open, so...
The door was not open.
It was not. It was he. Well, right. He knocked, but I'm saying they're having the conversation.
Right.
So Alex and Brian are having the conversation. The door's open.
Right. He leaves the door open while they're having the conversation.
Right. And then I don't know if I think she's just a.
Shay.
I think she's part of the production team because she ain't doing nothing else.
Shay eating the food.
Shay is just eating the food.
And chilling and like she on vacation. She ain't finding nobody.
She loud, but she ain't saying nothing. Shay is just there for who knows what.
I think Shay's there to find love, but it sounds like she's not getting any connection.
She said, I saw this happen, and because that's my job.
That's what she said.
So Shay, being part of the production team,
Shay's a part of the production team.
saw what went down.
decided to go to Alicia's room. She didn't just stand there and listen. Girlfriend tipped to Alicia and got Alicia. They were good friends, like they were ride and die chicks.
She did the Elmer Fudd tiptoe. Remember in Bugs Bunny when Elmer Fudd would be like, "We're hunting rabbits." Yes, I'm telling my age. But Elmer Fudd would tiptoe around, "We're hunting rabbits." That's the kind of thing that Shay did. She did that little tiptoe down the hallway to the room. Come check this out. So
again, but I'm like, this is hurting Alicia's feelings. Like, the dude was supposed to come back. Mm-hmm. Brian was supposed to come back.
Brian was wrong for if he.
Our assumption
is that Brian was wrong because he didn't come back.
He didn't come back.
So he was wrong for giving at least false hope that I was going to come back. That he was going to come back, right?
Or he could at least call us and say,
hey, you know what? I decided to just go ahead and call it a night.
Right.
I'll see you at breakfast tomorrow.
Thank you for the chips.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you for the fruit snacks, whatever. Right. But he didn't do that. So you know, that's his thing. Right. But that's where we leave off.
Well, did we talk about Denise and... No, you don't want to go there?
No, we're
going to leave it.
Listen, we'll leave that for next week because I think that we're going to see, because that also tells, I don't know if you caught it yet, but there were no eliminations in this episode.
Yeah, it was so much going on. People's emotions are in their feelings.
I think this was a lead-up episode. I think the next episode, we're going to see some heads roll up, if you will. I think we're going to see some folks getting irritated with each other. I think Simone is going to get yelled at from a couple of different places, and you look at the trailer.
People crying,
she does a fake cry. I think
fake cry. She said,
I think her cry was genuine? No, it was like I'm not sure about Simone's cry. Oh. Shay's just gone.
You think Shay?
I think Shay's
okay, so
gone.
Your prediction is Shay's
gone?
My
prediction, Shay and Denise are going to go. I think those are the two.
You don't think Alicia's gone?
I think Alicia sticks around just a little bit longer. But I think Denise is going to have a blow up. I think Denise is going to have a blow up because if you watch the preview, there's some things Califani and Adriana seem to be getting a little closer, and that's not. OG Aunt Viv don't like that.
Oh, so you think she's gone, and that's why he was kind of like...
I think she's going to blow up. I have a feeling Shay and Denise, for whatever reason, however, will be gone. That's my prediction. Okay, that's his prediction. You heard it first here.
We didn't get to see any
and I've been good so far on my predictions, so...
We'll see.
Okay?
All right, put in comments who you think.
All right,
going to be eliminated.
So definitely watch. And then we've got more videos coming, not only for this show, but another show that we do, the Put a Ring on It, which is also on the OWN Network. Make sure you check out those videos. Hit the subscribe button. If you want to get notified whenever we're doing these shows, whenever we are doing these reviews, hit that notifications, and we'll see you next time. Be blessed.
All right.